Ed Thaman waited very patiently, hands clasped behind his back, his left index finger and thumb absent-mindedly fiddling with his signet ring. The Archmagister liked to do this, so often that it became a kind of ritual. Ed would stand there, patiently, in front of the desk, cautious to avoid the summoning circle chalked on the floor, while Fathis scratched out some form of correspondence with an expensive quill, or carefully read the passage of an ancient scroll, or simply puffed on his pipe, staring vacantly into the middle distance. Ed regarded the contents of the room, the shelves stacked with all manner of strange and wonderful items, the alchemical ingredients on platters that seemed to eternally fizz gently in the background, filling the air with a heady twang of spice and herbs. To his left, a number of strange objets d'art from the Archmagister's latest trip littered the tallest shelf. Strange animal tusks, a suit of armor made from a peculiar, unmelting ice, and a number of furry animal headdresses, the creature's jaws unhinged and snarling, eyes leering at him madly. Fathis didn't discuss the details of his recent expedition, but the menagerie of artifacts spoke for themselves, as did the large deposit of gold into the Uvirith vaults. Eventually, after some time had passed, Fathis would look up at his extremely patient council representative and remark jovially, "Edward, what can I do for you today?" 3 facts should be noted here. The first is that Ed's full name was not actually Edward. The second was that he never set foot in this room without being summoned by the Archmagister for a specific purpose. The third was that Fathis Ulven was quite aware of both these things, but would still call him Edward and ask what the mouth wanted every single day Ed was at the tower. He did so now. Ed went through the list of various requests and grievances levelled at him by the general public and other house retainers in his capacity as mouth on the council. Fathis would answer sharply and quickly to each one. Yes, no, compensate them, dungeon, have them killed, and so on. After a little while, Ed noticed that Fathis was only really half paying attention to the conversation, focused as he was on a map of Morrowind. Eventually, the flow of calls and responses was broken as he finally decided to ask the Archmagister what the map was for. "Planning another trip," came the muttered reply. "May I ask where to?" ventured Ed. "You may ask," said Fathis with a shadow of a smirk. After a pause, he finally looked up and explained. "I'm heading south for a while, down Anthirren way, Indril territory. I feel the need to avail myself of a trip through the Temple Heartlands for a while. Get a feel for the place and the people there." "Why?" intoned Ed, with an eyebrow raised in fascination. "Why concern yourself with the affairs of southern godbotherers? You're the Archmagister of House Telvanni, after all." "Did I ever give you the impression that I intend to remain contentedly in charge of this house forever?" Ed raised his other eyebrow. "Now that I think of it, I suppose not." The Archmagister's ambition seemingly had no bounds. This had been clear to Ed for a while, but sometimes it still took him by surprise, nevertheless. The details of Fathis's life before arriving in Vardenfell were very unclear, and the Archmagister was unwilling to part with information on the subject. However, he had shared the vaguest details of his lifelong incarceration. What he was in for and why he was finally released remained a mystery, and Ed suspected it would forever be so. Regardless, however, he could not help but marvel at what the old man had accomplished in such a relatively short time. Carefully, he posed a comment on the subject aloud. "Archmagister, I find myself at times wondering what you might have achieved by now if you'd set about all this decades ago." Fathis puffed a few times in his pipe. "Perhaps more, but equally perhaps much less. My dear Edward, if there is one important lesson I have learned, it is that misfortune focuses the mind and soul like nothing else on this earth. It is entirely likely that I might have wasted my life away on idle pleasures and the menial biddings of my betters. Without wanting to delve too deeply into the labyrinthine maze of causality, suffice to say, we would not be here having this conversation. Of that, I am quite sure. Ed was afforded precisely one moment to ponder this thought before he was instructed to fetch some canis root tea from the kitchen, and he snapped back to reality. As he made his way gingerly back around the summoning circle while the stuffed animal heads glared at him again from their lofty perch, Ed Thaman wondered precisely what he'd gotten himself into. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Let's Play Morrowind, Volume 4 of the extremely long-running Let's Play Morrowind series is finally here. Welcome to Episode 1, as Fathis enjoys the view from the top of his tower at Uvirith. For the moment, it's about 7 o'clock in the morning. He's enjoying the sunrise, about to head down, get some breakfast, and then leave. We're going on a journey. We have one or two other things to clear up before we go on said journey, but we are going to go on a journey to the south. We're going to go on a journey to the south. We're going to go on a journey down. Sorry, I'm pressing a button right now to make my recording overlay move out of the way. We're going to go down here. To Faeryn, this area of the map down here, an area recently added to the game by Tamriel Rebuilt. And we're going to go, once we get down here and we explore some of this, we're then going to head east across the land here, avoiding Mournhold because it's not quite finished yet. We may catch a glimpse of it in the distance. But until then, until it's actually finished and implemented into Tamriel Rebuilt, I'll probably avoid it for now. But we'll go east, we'll keep going east, and we'll eventually get to the city of Necrom, which is out over here. The reason we're doing this, well, there's a couple of reasons, really. There's a couple of reasons we're doing this. No, not the secret lab. I have everything I need already, including the Robe of Sorrows, which gives us passive magicka regeneration, which is just lovely. And I need to do a bit of an alt-tab thing here in a minute, because I'm having some windowed mode issues at the moment. Stand by, please. Thank you very much. Right, where was I? Spear of the Snow Prince. Actually, you know what? I don't need that. I don't need the Spear of the Snow Prince. Apparently, I forgot to dump that, along with probably the Winter Wound Dagger. Oops, and Clangbringer. Oops! Alright, apparently I do need to go back to the secret lab. Oopsie daisy. Carrying a few too many swords here. How embarrassing. Anyway, we're going there for a few reasons. One is Fathis wants to get reacquainted with the House Dunmer of the South, if he is to rule Morrowind one day, as he intends to do. He needs to get to know more of the people. So far, he has an intimate understanding of the Telvanni. He has a fairly good understanding of the Ashlanders. But what he really lacks is a good understanding of the southern houses, like Indoril, the stout, devout. That's the word my brain was looking for. Devout temple worshippers. Now, of course, Fathis at this point has uncovered plenty of evidence to indicate that the gods of the tribunal are a slightly fishy bunch, shall we say. However, the truth of that may be up for debate. The fact of the matter is, however, the vast majority of the population of Morrowind does not hold that rather unorthodox view that the Ashlanders do. That is a bit cluttered, but you know what? It's going to have to do. So we need to really try and understand these people. And the best way to do that is to go actually talk to them and be among them for a bit. And also, we want to go to Necrom. You see, we want to go to Necrom because Necrom is one of the holiest cities in Morrowind, and, well, we've not been there yet, so that's embarrassing, if anything. Additionally, though, Fathers is genuinely tremendously curious about his own ancestry, which he doesn't have much information about, on account of him being an orphan, for as long as he can remember. If there's any evidence of an Ulven ancestral tomb, or anything like that, it was probably going to be found in Necrom, because Necrom is the city of the dead. That's where a lot of the Dunmer dead are buried. It's a very holy city, and we intend to go there. On our way to that place, however, there is also the ruins of Kemelzi up here somewhere, which we'll probably visit as well. So we're going to be going on a very meandering tour from west to east, across much of Tamriel Rebuilt here, this huge area down here that's been pretty much unexplored, because we've only touched this stuff up here so far. And so that is very much the plan for the foreseeable future. That's what we're going to be doing. We will leave everything here at the tower in the capable hands of our stewards, and be on our way for a bit. Although we will pop back here occasionally to rest and things like that. This is not going to be like when we went to Solstheim and basically just stayed there in isolation for ages. No, it's fine. We don't need to keep a low profile so much anymore, so Fathers will be quite happy to teleport back to his tower and rest in his nice comfy bed at the end of the day if he feels like it. So we'll be making ample use of the Mark and Recall spells as well as the Uvirith travel ring in this one, as well as being able to, dump loot and treasure and stuff we acquire here as well, which is nice. So, is there anything else I need to dump here on that note? I don't think so. Not that I can see at the moment. What am I currently wearing? We've got Deceit and Treachery. Yeah, that's probably fine. It beats Nimble Fingers and Long Fingers for now, at least. Cool. We'll keep the Style Run Long sort of flame for now, I suppose. In fact, I think I might just equip it. There we go. I've got my glass helmet as well if I really want to wear it, but it looks kind of silly, so we're not going to for the minute. And yeah, we've got the Robe of Sorrows, and I believe I have also packed the Robe of the Archmagister if I need/want it. Although we don't necessarily want to be advertising the fact that we're the Archmagister of House Talvani while wandering around in Temple Land. On account of those two factions not really getting on terribly well together. So, however, the Robe of the Archmagister is very, very good because it has a really fancy scripted enchantment on it. In fact, so does the Robe of Sorrows. But yeah, Robe of Sorrows just also looks really cool too. So, I think we're good with everything there. I think we're good. Yeah, I've dumped the spear, dumped Clanbringer, dumped the wind dagger, and I have no crosshair. Let's fix that, shall we? There we go. That's better. Right. However, there are a couple of things we need to take care of. One of them is that before we left for Solstheim, I believe Lunella Hleran, or whatever blasted name is in the Hermitage in Sadrith Mora, she was working on some sort of upgrade for Zarafel Mine, which is the Talvani bloat mine that is super top secret and stuff. So we might need to go and see here in Sadrith more about that. I don't remember the deets of that one, but it is in the journal, and we need to do it. Additionally, I need to speak to one of the people who runs one of the shops outside Tel Uvirith about some holly berries, I think. They wanted me to fetch them. So that's the thing as well. And I think there might have been something else that I've forgotten. I'm sure if it's important, it'll come back to me. Or at least I'll be reminded of it in the comments.
An honor, to be sure.
Hello, Salamima. I come for breakfast. Let's see. Where's the option for it? Wood for service. Something to eat. There we go. Take whatever you have. Salt rice porridge. This will certainly perk you up if you're still feeling a little tired this morning. Right, excellent. Salt rice porridge. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Fortify fatigue. and drain intelligence. Apparently, porridge makes you stupid. Unless it has no effect on you like it did just there.
Archmagister of House Telvanni, how may I serve you?
By standing right where you are, continuing to stand there and not bothering me. That's how you can help me. Now then. Yes, let's go outside, shall we? Marvellous, marvellous, marvellous. I'm gonna switch to the Belt of the Unarmed here. I think this is the place. There you are. You wanted some ingredients from Solstheim, did you not? You've seen. Oh. You've seen whose sphere is in the hunt, the sports of Daedra, the greatest game, the chase and sacrifice of mortals, known by the names the huntsman, of the princes, the father of man-beasts, the lycanthropes, so on and so on and so on. Permit me to offer you my own copy. Oh, we've been given a book, thank you. It's not what it was. Ingredients. No. What the hell was it? Not toxic potions, I don't think. Shield potions, sanguine, restore potions, potions? Muck. Mineral products. Ingredients, already checked that. Frost salts, fortify potions, fire salts, exotic products, maybe that was it. That's not it. If I can't find the topic, madam, I'm just going to leave. Aquatic potions. I don't know. I'll try again another time when perhaps I remember what the blasted topic was. Daedric summonings? No. Alright, never mind. Perhaps I was mistaken. Perhaps I wasn't even here. It might have been one of the others. I just don't remember. Who freaking knows? Anyway, someone who's been binge watching this series recently will know, actually. That's who. Right. So, let's go south with Mora, shall we? For that, let's use the fancy teleportation pad thing that I kind of forgot momentarily there for a minute. I actually had. Ah, the throne room. Marvellous. Right, this is what we want. We wish to go to the Telvanni Council House. Ah, stuck inside the door. That's not good. Okay. We want to go down to the Hermitage, don't we? So that would be down this way. Somewhere. Oh, it's weird not being on Solstheim anymore and back in actual Morrowind. This is, most peculiar, I must say. Oh, come on, this architecture. Constantly causing me to get my head stuck. Right, here we go. I don't know if I need to speak to her or someone else, but... Stronghold. Yeah. About the... something else. Sarafel Mine? Maybe I don't need to speak to you. Books of Daedric Summoning. Yeah, still trying to track down more of those. Stone more and more mouth, my trade, Neloth, Nerevar, Nerevarine, patron, recruit some guards, requirements, rules, out for more services, shift in power, someone's particular specific place, strong souls, stronghold, Solipund, tell Uvirith key, tell Voss, tell Telvanni construction, Telvanni councils, Telvanni housing, Telvanni teleport, Telvanni tower, Telvanni towns. Ah, dearie me. Right, well, I suppose at some point I better go to Zarafil Mine. But that some point is not now. That can wait. Along with also, of course, returning to the Ursulaku to speak with Nibani Mace, the Wise Woman, again about this whole Nerevarine thing. But we're still in that whole sort of waiting for her to consult the ancestors and stuff phase of operations right now. Taking this opportunity while she meditates and we travel the world, as suggested, to actually get some other stuff done while that is taking place. Now then, I need to talk to Ed. Where's Eddie? One of you's Eddie. There you are. Let's see. I do have a date with the young, pretty, and ambitious Telvanni later, so can we not make this too long, please, Archmagister? Well, Amulet of Unity. Of course, you still need the invisibility potions, don't you? Let's go and get that. 5 standard potions of invisibility. How many did I get up to in the end? I thought I saw it there. Invisibility standard, 3 of them. Right, let's see if we can find you another 2. Let's see if the local alchemist has got any in stock. Because I'd quite like that fancy amulet, because you can send him off to go get a whole bunch of other things too. We've just kind of stalled on Fast Eddie's little side quests here on account of the fact that it's been really difficult to track down these damn potions. Unfortunately. But oh well. Ah, Sadrith Mora. How are you doing? Excuse the yawning, I'm kind of tired. I'm recording this late in the evening, it's been a long day. Ooh, loading area. I feel the need to compulsively quick save constantly. Interesting. I thought I changed the quick save key to F9. You know, because to match with Daggerfall, but apparently I've just hit F5 and it worked perfectly. So I'm confused now. Right, here's the alchemists. Ash, worth pointing out, actually, I could go and fetch Ash, Kosh, and or the other chick whose name I've completely forgotten. I think it was Sarah Natasha or something. Honestly, though, I've grown accustomed to not having a companion following me around, getting stuck in doorways all the time, so they can probably wait for now. I know Ash Kosh will probably bugger off and leave forever if I don't talk to her again anytime soon, but I'm sure I can probably live with it, although maybe I should summon her once or twice. Next time I get a difficult dungeon or something. Because she does have access to that whole sort of, like, teleportation Daedric network thingy, which is kind of useful, actually, so maybe we should remain on good terms with the Dremora. Oh, well, anyway, looking for standard invisibility potions. If you've got any. You bloody don't, do you? The hell are you even good for? Well, mental note, keep checking alchemists. Just double checking right now, I haven't moused over it. But I don't think I have. Hey, anyway, never mind. What did you have there? Of course, the mineral oil and stuff for scroll making that I'm never going to get around to. Although I did discover recently, can't demonstrate it right now, but I did discover recently, and this is frankly embarrassing to have to admit, but I didn't know for years. I've been playing this game for nearly 20 years, and I didn't know until pretty much the other day that you can enchant random pieces of paper in this game and use them, and basically use them to create scrolls with. You can't make very powerful ones because the base enchantment level of random bits of paper is like very low, but you can actually do it. And I didn't know this. I had no idea. I've been playing this game for like 2 decades now, better part of, and I didn't know you could enchant the random bits of paper you find to make, you know, to make scrolls with. And I feel jolly silly, but there it is. Now then, where do we want to go? What's the best way to get to Antherin? I suppose I'd like to start our journey in Old Ebonheart, really. And to get to Old Ebonheart, the best way I know to do that is to actually get teleported there via the Mage's Guild in Vivek. So I could go to Sadwithmore and get teleported right away, but I fancy a boat ride instead.
Short trip, long trip, you decide.
Scenic travel to Ebonheart. Ebonheart. 52 gold. Swimming in gold at the minute, though, so no matter. Yeah, 69k. Nice. And a longboat today. It'll be interesting watching it navigate the waterways of this region with all their sharp, pointy rocks. Anyway, interestingly, we seem to be heading north for the minute. I suppose we'll loop back around later. So, folks, we have returned from Solstheim and resumed our duties as Archmagister, to a certain extent, anyway. I did seriously consider installing Rise of House Telvanni. I may still do it, we'll see. To give us some more Telvanni-related stuff to do, basically, because I was really digging in the last volume of this Let's Play the whole general feel of having become Archmagister and still having things to do. So I am awfully tempted to install that. It's really distracting the way I just keep staring up at the boat. But anyway, at the sail there. I don't know why it says Telbranor at the top of the screen, that's very odd, but anyway. I may still do it, we'll see, but for now, our goal is clear, and our goal right now is to go on this little tour of southeastern Morrowind. Not quite all the way south, because we can't go to Dres and stuff yet, because they've not been added to the mod, but, yeah, we can still explore some really interesting bits. Specifically, there's some of the newest stuff that's been added to it, which I've been looking forward to doing for a while. And, well, between you and me, I think Fathers would also like to get back to warmer southern climates right now. After a long expedition to the freezing north, where he's running around wearing animal pelts and feeling generally quite uncomfortable the entire time. Now he's back wearing proper clothes again, and the weather's a bit nicer, but it'll be even nicer if we go further south, you know, so... Only a few done, my shipmasters. Dare use these difficult routes. I hope you enjoy the scenery. Thank you. I am enjoying the scenery, as a matter of fact, actually. This is why I decided to go on a boat trip. But yes, we've returned from Solstheim. If you somehow missed that part of the Let's Play, we went to Solstheim. We did the Blood Moon main quest, as well as the Raven Rock main quest. We're now effectively the factor of the Raven Rock branch of the East Empire Company, which is hilarious in a way, but it's made us quite rich. And in the process of doing the main Blood Moon quest, Fathers faced down the Daedric Prince Hircine and defeated him in single combat. Well, a weakened version of Hircine anyway in single combat, so... But nevertheless, quite an impressive achievement, it must be said. And I'd be lying if I didn't say that that little victory might have gone to Fathers' head ever so slightly. If you can defeat a god in single combat, that raises some interesting questions about how to deal with the other gods you know, like the tribunal. Hence the slightly renewed interest in the temple and its worshippers of late, you might say. Not even sure which bit of the map we're at right now, but I'm enjoying the view of the coast down here. I think we might end up going past the ruins of Kemel Z actually pretty soon. I think that might even be them over there. We're not going to start at the ruins of Kemel Z though. We'll make our way there. But that's definitely on the agenda to go explore that place. Been putting that off for way too long. Look at those ruddy great cliffs. That's so cool. Nothing like that in the vanilla game. In fact, is that like a cave over there, or is it just the geometry being a bit weird? I think it's just the geometry. It'd be kind of fun if there was a cave there, though. Marvellous. Desert shrine over there. Oh, excuse the yawning again, everyone. Just hang on a second. Ha! So that's how they do it. They make you levitate. And our feet are slightly through the floor so you can't see the purple glowing rings around our feet. It's really clever, actually. So basically, the game's just making us levitate around the place with a boat spawned around us. Modders, man. They are geniuses. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's definitely Kemel Z, alright. There's no ruin quite like that anywhere else. Big old place. Of course, the same ruin from the eponymous book. The Ruins of Kemel Z, which we did read earlier in the Let's Play. Might refresh our memories with it a bit, though, later on. But, yes, we'll be making our way up here and exploring this place at some point in our near future. And it is quite the ruin, let me tell you. Without wanting to spoil anything, that is a big old dungeon right there you're looking at. We're probably going to spend at least a few episodes down there. I'm quite liking my distant terrain settings actually at the minute. Like, they're distant enough that you can actually see some distant terrain, but it's keeping it nice and vague. It's just sort of hills with the occasional ruin poking out from in between them. It's not spoiling the, I was getting, you had me worried there for a minute, mate. But it's not spoiling what the mystery of what's laying out there, you know? Is, I think, my point. I think I actually dialed it down a bit specifically for the Blood Moon playthrough, actually, on account of Solstheim being a lot smaller. I'm fairly sure I had it turned up a bit higher than this, detail-wise, prior to us going to Blood Moon, but I think I'll leave it as it is for now, actually. I don't have too much of an issue with it right now. Besides, I'd probably have to rebuild all the distant terrain, which takes a while. Although, would I? Oh, I don't know. I can't remember. It's been such a long time since I tweaked it. I can't remember how it actually works in the MGEXE thing. Look at those cliffs. Well, ooh, is that Hollow Mine over there? I think it might be, you know. Of course, we have been there. Yeah, I think it might be. I can see a boat down there and everything. Yeah, I think that's the Hollow Mine Monastery. We did go there. We escorted Meramilo there. Well, escorted is probably the wrong word. We did rescue Meramilo, though, from the temple and met up with her at Hollow Mine, where we heard a lot of interesting things about the temple and the lost prophecies and what have you. You may recall. Ah, hello. And that bridge over there with a big banner hanging from it. And these buildings over here. And whatever the heck that is over there as well, for that matter, but these buildings of a noticeably different architectural style to the rest of Morrowind that we've seen so far. It's the kind of Indoril style. The statue on top of Azura's shrine is a magnificent religious symbol of the goddess, and a useful reference point for sailors. Oh, there she is, speak of the devil. I mean, Daedra. I'm actually surprised it showed up from this distance, but there it is. We actually do possess Azura's star. We have been there. Not that we'd be telling him that, but there she is. Our patron deity. One of our patron deities, anyway. If you can really call her a deity. Yeah, big ass. I don't want to call that up there. It looks like some sort of castle, doesn't it, really? Up there. A very impressive looking Daedric ruin over here. A shipwreck, which doesn't bode terribly well for us right now. And it really opens up into the bay over there, doesn't it? However, we appear to be taking the scenic route right now. It's taking us a bit longer to get to Ebonheart than I thought it might, you know. I'm starting to think that maybe I should cut the recording and return when we're on our way into the harbour. We've seen all the good bits anyway, I think, for now. Now it's just open ocean-ish. Yeah, I think I'll be back in a minute. Well, folks, we're going to be there pretty soon. We can already see the rather large Imperial city of Old Ebonheart over there. Including the big-ass fortress, with presumably a lighthouse. As well as this rather interesting little bit of blasted wasteland over here. It's kind of Ashlandy, and I kind of didn't expect to see that down here in the south, honestly, but there it is. Kind of keen to explore that at some point. There's a Dwemer ruin in the middle of it, too. Interesting stuff. Well, we can see Bardal, the moon, and Vivek over there already. We shall nearly be there, everybody. Oh, look, there's the docks. You can see all the ships. Aha, marvellous. Would have been better to really just sort of take the boat straight in to Old Ebonheart. And I could dismount right here rather than... Yeah, what the hell am I doing? I should just do that. Dismount right here. Woohoo! We're going to end up temporarily wet here for a moment, I think. That didn't happen. I cast water walking before getting out of the boat. That is officially what can and happened. He's going to head back now to wherever. Toodaloo, my dear fellow. I should be making my way directly into Old Ebonheart from here. Marvellous. Would have been maybe nice to see Vivek again, but... It's not like we're not going to ever see it again. I'm going to be sick of this bloody place eventually. Right. That didn't happen either. I think the ocean's quite deep here, actually. I couldn't see the bottom when we fell down there, earlier. So, here's the thing. In a game, and this kind of applies to the other Elder Scrolls games as well, not just this one, but in games where the ability to breathe underwater is so common, why the hell isn't there more interesting stuff to explore down there? It generally tends to be just fish and rocks and seaweed. Oops. You could really do with making an Elder Scrolls game one of these days that has a genuine underwater city in it. This was kind of weird to me how it's playing the swimming sound effects right now, but whatever. Oh, there's a ship coming in right now. Jolly good. Poof, bloody hell. Oh, you can tell we've arrived in Old Ebonheart because the frame rate has gone to the dogs. Let's just use... No, let's use the, Boots the Apostle, that's what I was looking for. Oh yeah, my poor frame rate. Oh gosh. Well, it looks very impressive, even if it's a slideshow. Marvellous. Marvellous, marvellous, marvellous. Well. Hides in mud, eh? Atom bar. Welcome to the Imperial City of Old Ebonheart, citizen. If you need to declare goods, I suggest you report immediately to the customs office on the south side of town. If you plan on entering the city, you should know that there is a very strict list of regulated items that must be confiscated by the Census and Excise Office before entering the city. Ebony and glimmer items are protected property of the Emperor, and trade in such goods is considered illegal under Imperial law. Skooma and moonsugar are illegal under all circumstances. If you have either category of item, please proceed to the customs office around the corner and speak with the clerk there. Yeah, I think I will be not doing that. I am the Archmagister of House Telvanni. I am above your stupid, petty Imperial laws. And if you want to try and do something about that, you be my guest. Just try and arrest me. Alright, here we are. Old Ebonheart, everybody. Emilia Vicici. What do you have to say for yourself? Neil Guymont is in town. You haven't heard of him? Oh, he's a Wayrest painter. Does wonderful work. If only I could get in touch with him. I've been offered the hand of a well-to-do Imperial officer stationed home in Cyrodiil. I'd like him to see me, but I can't abandon my post, and the next closest thing is sending him my portrait. Not just any painter will do, only the best for my love. Can you help? The honest-to-goodness answer is, I don't have the bloody time. But, now that you've informed me there's an excellent portrait artist in town, I wouldn't mind getting my own portrait done, you know? So I think I'll go see him anyway, and while I'm seeing him, I'll ask for you. Oh, thank you. I want to commission Neil Guymont to do it. He has a workshop near the Mages Guild. All right, goodbye. Oh my goodness, honest to God, church bells. We've been to Old Ebonheart before, but it was only very briefly, and I think largely by accident. So, aside from that, it's probably been a very, very, very long time since Fathis has heard Imperial church bells. The nostalgia must be real for him right now. Who the hell are you? Why do you have a stuffed tiny gua? Greetings, my friend. I am Shirtiel, the travelling wise woman. I can see you're quite the traveller yourself. May I interest you in miraculous talismans and trinkets of my people? What do you mean, drop the act? Ugh, fine. I don't have anything to do with the Ashlanders. Couldn't even name a single bloody tribe if I had to, but gal's got to earn a living, no? It's not like I'm hurting anyone, just spicing up the old sales pitch with some magic mumbo-jumbo, you know. Leave the customers with a sense of wonder. Mm-hmm. Well. Anything interesting to talk to you about? Rumours? The treasure chamber in the Ebon Tower Palace was broken into recently. It's been kept a secret, so naturally everybody and their aunt in Skingrad knows about it. No one's got a clue as to who's behind the burglary and how they managed to pull it off. What's interesting is that the vaults were supposed to be unbreakable, spellbound and all that, perfected by the Mages Guild themselves. The Ebon Tower, huh? You can see the Ebon Tower from anywhere in the city, and hear its bells from even further. I see, so that's what that big tower's called. Interesting. Advice? There's always some real experts in certain trades. Go seek them out. Who knows what you might learn. Little secret. Yeah, it's generic stuff. Or in law? Mm-hmm. Someone in particular. This is the poor side of town, pal. Aren't that many persons of note living here. Atrebius Delager, the loan shark, is the boss of Delager's gang. The self-titled Captain Fentus and his crew frequent the Empress Kataraya Inn. The Honourable Admiral Patemus Marolus can be found in the Navy command post down by the docks. Specific place? If it's sightseeing you want, the east side has little to offer. The Fighters Guild and the Grand Chapel of Talos are to the west, where the more upstanding citizens live. The Mages Guild is closer to the city gates. One might wonder where the Thieves Guild hideout is. Maybe it's somewhere on this side of town, who knows? The docks might be of interest to you if you want to sail away. That's also where the Imperial Navy command post is. The Navy, you say? The Far East Fleet, nicknamed the Sea Serpent Fleet, has its headquarters in the docks of Old Ebonheart and is commanded by Lord Admiral Patemus Morrowind. The Navy watches the inner sea for raiders and smugglers, and the eastern coast for whatever trouble that could be coming from across the Padamaic Ocean from Akavir. Maybe we should introduce ourselves to Lord Admiral Patemus Morrowind, for no other reason than idle curiosity. I mean, we're indirectly kind of in charge of that whole area nowadays, you know. The eastern inner sea and the eastern coast of Morrowind, that's all my territory. That's my turf. So, although I'll be a little bit surprised if the mod's taken into account the fact that I am the Archmagister of House Telvanni, but you never know. Alright, what have you got for sale out of curiosity then? A redware lamp, a Gwaskin drum, Old Ebonheart ash statue, huh? Plain paper. Not a lot. Clearly that toy guar is not for sale. Oh wait, no it is. Toy guar. Value 100! What a rip-off.
What was that?
Your beard does not match your hair? Arnulf the Smith. I don't know if any of my gear needs repairing, but we might as well find out. Oh, what's going on with your hair, dude? Oh, there we go. Actually, I should really equip Mithras' stanchion. It will let me run faster. Let me guess, another immigrant from the Heartland, right? Wrong, actually. You can tell me about Old Ebonheart. Aye, this is Old Ebonheart, grandest city east of the Vallis Mountains, I'll have you know. It's home to all sorts of noble folk from up in the Ebon Tower and the west side. Lots of shopkeepers and tradesmen too. Then there's the small folk like us, getting by on a quick septum. They're all still part of keeping the Empire bustling, though. Take the Guild of Rat Catchers in their sewers, for example. Of course there's rat catchers in the sewers. I'm sure there'll be a quest involving it too. This is an RPG, after all. Mostly native Dark Elves have drifted into town, but someone's got to keep Morrowind's greatest city free from vermin. That's a bold claim. Greatest city. Got anything good? Nope, that all looks pretty rubbish to me, honestly. Although, I tell you what. Take a couple of hammers for the road. Right. Tempted to try and nick those repair prongs, but no. Did I? Ah, it's 3 for the stanchion. There we go. 3 for that. And I'll tell you what, we'll put on the Paws of the Wolf Runner as well to make us run a bit faster. Wherever the hell they've gotten to. There they are. Oh yeah, now we're moving. Now we're moving and shaking. Imperial Navy Command Post, eh? Alright then. Imperial Marine. Oh, he's around the newt scale stuff, which looks really weird.
Anytime you're ready. Just don't keep me waiting.
I say, who are you? Nice map. That's pretty cool.
Oh, come on then. Say something or move on.
I already don't like you. Have Freya fair hair. Admiral Morrowind is a very busy man. If you have a message for him, I suggest leaving it with me. If you're not here on Navy business, I kindly ask you to leave before the Admiral has you escorted out. Scenic travel options. Weird. I bet that's there because her NPC class has been set to Shipmaster or something, and that's why that's appearing here. I'm an 8th commander in the Imperial Navy. In times of war, I'd be leading a small fleet into battle, but now I mostly fill out the Commodore's paperwork. Well, cool map. Navy chart. Imperial Navy Ledger. The Imperial Navy. A blank scroll. Why can I hear a windy noise from over here? That's a little odd. Lock level 85. And there's a funny drafty noise coming from behind it. Now I'm curious. Ah, here we go. You are not what I was expecting, I have to admit, with a name like Patemus Morolus. Who are you? If you were here for me, I'd know about it. Speak with Halfreya. Alright, never mind then. I suppose there's something vital I missed here. No, it doesn't look like it. Alright, well, anyway. This was an interesting diversion. I'd really like to know what's behind that, but can't see a way of doing it without being immediately caught. Some things will just have to remain a mystery. Nice statue. Anyway. So, there's a portrait artist in town, is there? Neil Guymont, the Wayrest painter in town. I think she mentioned it was near the Mages Guild or something. Which I believe is along here somewhere. Oh, hello, what do we got here? The Salty Futtocks. Oh, I do like me some salty futtocks. 10 Septims. This is where the Thieves Guild hangs out. Oh, I won those dice. Yeah, this is the Salty Fox. Name your poison. We also rent beds if you're looking to get some rest. Not right now. Well, what do you got? Free Estates wine, Nordic mutton, marshmallow. Well, who cares about marshmallow? But I tell you what. Free Estates wine. Don't mind if I do. As we previously established in this Let's Play in a much earlier episode, Fathers likes a bit of wine. It's one of the things he misses from Cyrodiil. Proper wine. Not like Grief and Mazte and all that. He also misses proper fruit, but doesn't seem to be anyone selling that here. What we got here? Romaria Outfitter. The Empress Kataraya. This seems like a slightly more upstanding establishment. Probably. Good day. I am Namal of Morrowind names. I'm going to have to get used to this again. Namalvu Arendi, publican of the Empress Kataraya. The finest inn named after a dead regent lord of Tamriel. We rent beds, and I have a limited selection of goods for barter. If you're looking for someone in particular, I might be able to help. Okay, yeah, but you actually can't, though. It's the truth. You got anything good? Flynn. Free Estates wine. Wolf's Blood wine. Plale's Vineyard wine. Tamika's wine from Skingrad. Well, hello. I'll take 2 bottles of that. Why do you have raw ebony for sale? That doesn't seem legit at all. Ordinator eggs, mole crab eggs. You don't have any oranges or apples, do you? No, never mind. Shouldn't have asked. She's got some spider silk, though, if we want some. What's the actual, effects of drinking this stuff? Free Estates Wine, Fortify Willpower 30 points, and Burden 30 points, oddly enough. Tamika's Cellophine Wine, Drain Intelligence 20 points, and Fortify Personality 20 points. Interesting. I mean, seems legit, I suppose. Although, really, you probably want alcohol to drain agility if you were being like super sensible and realistic about it. You'd be like drain agility, fortify personality. Except it really wouldn't be, though, would it? Because it doesn't alcohol really doesn't fortify personality unless the person you're talking to is also drunk. So, you know. I think I'll put these on a shelf somewhere, though, back at Uvirith, save them for a special occasion. Just need to remember to hit a mark spell before I do it. Well, excuse me, I'll be leaving. I didn't realize you were half-dressed. Random woman in the street. The Guild of Mages. Okay, we're in the right neighborhood then. What's this here? The Mother Alessia. Oh, now this is quite a grand establishment, isn't it? And you appear to be stuck on a chair. Sherwin.
If I can help, I will, but don't take too much time.
You are very fidgety, aren't you? What backwards corner of the province did you trek here from? Excuse me. I've just realised everything's a bit bright at the moment. I think the reason it's all bright at the moment is because I'm wearing this, Amulet Star Vision. I don't really need to right now. Welcome to the Mother Alessia, Old Ebonheart's finest bakery. Oh, you're a bakery? Alright then, I thought you were an inn. If you need anything, just ask. We also have work available if you're interested in collecting Baker's Guild dues. You know what? Part of me wants to do it just because it's a side quest and that I've never done before. But Fathers has to have some standards. So no. Another time, with another character, perhaps. But no. A bakery. They call it a bakery. A bakery! Well, anyway. So, what else do we have up here? Still haven't found the place I'm after. Ayla Freebear's Exotic Weapons. Let's see if this place lives up to the title. You're at Ayla Freebear's Exotic Weapons. Whether you're a collector looking for new additions to your collection, or a fighter looking for a special weapon to defeat your rivals with, you're welcome to see what I've got. Well, what do you have then? Ooh, a glass katana. That is a bit different, actually, yeah. Glass throwing knife, glass throwing star, Nordic longsword, Nordic silver axe, huntsman longsword, tiger's roar, long blade, one-handed. Damage is a bit meh. Does do a quite hefty demoralized effect though. Wayrest Artisan Claymore. Bet that looks really cool, it just isn't very good. Yoku Longsword. Reachman Halberd. Orcish Toothed Axe. Adamantium Club. Oh, that should be better, really. An Adamantium Club. Certainly worth a fair bit. An Adamantium Staff. Oh, I've got an Adamantium Staff. That's what Nithris' Stanchion is. It's the identical thumbnail, except without the magic effect. Huh, good to know. An Aeona Mace. Ancient Nedic Axe. There's some interesting stuff here, you know. Daedric Steel Short Sword. Danswyrm Silver Dagger. Damaging Sword. Classic, admittedly. A goblin sword. A gold dagger. Old elven short sword. Orcish longsword. That's pretty good, actually. Orcish spear. Ooh, very nice. If you're into spears. 6th House Sickle. Silver bolts. You don't sell any crossbows, though. But, that might have been useful when I was hunting werewolves. Well, I don't particularly fancy anything you've got, but I am delighted that your weapons are actually as exotic as they were advertised to be. Oh, you do have a huntsman crossbow for sale. Well, anyway. Barristers Guild. Guild of Barristers. A tailor? A tailor, you say? I suppose they sell any nice robes. Emeric Jourdain. If the best tailor, the best quality clothes are what you're looking for, you've come to the right place. I hope so. Extravagant robe. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to want a few things here, I reckon. I do like me some fancy robes. Though I'm pretty sure I've got some of these somewhere. This one looks new. I'll have one of these. Pants of utter brilliance. Glove of the dexterous handshake. Glove of the cosmic doorknob. Glove of the cosmic door jam. I'm a little disappointed with your selection of robes, sir. I have to admit. Oh, that's a bit different looking, that one as well. Alright, I'll have that too. Maybe that one as well. Thanks awfully. Let's have a look. What do some of these look like? Do you have a changing room? Ah, but do believe you do. Thank you very much. Right. Let's have a look. Okay. Quite like that. Has a kind of slightly regal, but also slightly casual, hanging around at the tower kind of feel to it. Would look better without the pauldrons and the shield. We have this one, which, it's just one of these robes, but with some slightly odd colours. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. We have this, which we've seen plenty of times before. A lot of the temple people wear it. Definitely bulks you out a bit, this one, doesn't it? What else? Was that it? Really? Was that all? How disappointing. Got that one, got that, got that. Yeah, I think that was it, wasn't it? Ho-hum. Oh well. I did bring the robe of the Archmaster to do with me, didn't I? Sure I did. I just don't know where it's ended up. Yes, he's telling. Need to put that in the library back at the tower. I did, in between the Blood Moon series and this one, do lots of inventory sorting, which included putting a ton of books into the library. By which I mean I gave them all to the librarian, and he sorted them onto the shelves for me, because that's such a bloody good feature of the Uvirith mod. Seriously though, did I bring it with me? Not that I really need it, but it would just be good to know it's there. Oh, I should be wearing the Hunter's Amulet of Strength, it's very good. If it's there, I can't bloody see it, because Morrowind has a dreadful inventory system. Well, whatever. I don't really need it. Okay. I'm afraid I'd like to
Right,
refund
I'm listening.
a couple of these. They're not very much to my liking. This one I don't really much care for. And I don't think I really want that either. Enjoy. Barrister's Guild. Hamal's Red Guard goods. Not really interested, if I'm honest. Angira's Rare Goods. Rare goods, eh? I'll be the judge of that. Hissed Curus. Huh. Clovian Iron Curus. Alright, yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Some of this is relatively rare. Uncommon, I would say. Clovian Battle Wine. Haha. Twin Moons Wine. One for the collection. Wayrest Spice Wine. Clovian Battle Wine. We have a wine collection now. I have decided this within the last 5 minutes. It's a thing now. Akaviri Shield, huh? Looks a lot like that one from Oblivion. I'll have that. Right. Interesting books. Dreadful Theft, that's a different one. Blank Scrolls. Do you know what? I'll take them. I should be able to make something useful with those. Colovian Lantern. It's a bit different. I'll take it. A bookend. I can put it in the library, I guess. Silver Scales? Yeah, sure. Yeah, the nice bits of clutter. While I'm here. Not really. Ooh, raw gold. Whoa. Alright. Think I'm satisfied. 834 gold. Not cheap, but I'm not a cheap person these days, it would seem. Welcome to Angira's shop, citizen. Angira has many imported rarities from other provinces for sale. Goods you won't find anywhere else in Morrowind. Expensive, maybe, but worth every septim. Ours is the largest imperial port in Morrowind, with its inhabitants being mostly settlers, traders, or diplomats from Cyrodiil and other provinces, so naturally there is a great supply as well as demand for goods from every corner of the Empire. Wines all the way from Hydrock and Kalovia, weapons and armor from Hammerfell and Heartland Cyrodiil, clothes and jewels from Skyrim, Nibene, and the Khajiit kingdoms. Indeed, goods that are everyday items elsewhere may seem like treasures in these lands. I mean, you're not wrong. I love the way he shook his head there, like he's heard this sales pitch a million times before. Which he probably has. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'm afraid that is it for episode 1. We are out of time. In fact, we're a little bit over time. I've recorded slightly longer than I intended to there, but I got a little bit distracted by all the nice shops. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much for watching. Join me in episode 2 of Volume 4 of the Morrowind Let's Play very soon. Until then, stay safe, have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one.